Hey guys, welcome back. Today is another economy video and we're going to be going over the pre-order bundles for Kamigawa. These bundles are very similar to the last set that we saw for Crimson Vow, but we're going to go ahead and do the math again for those of you guys who didn't get to see that video or might be new to Arena. There are also some different pets and things as well. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the first bundle, and that is the Wanderer bundle. This comes with a few things. It comes with 50 packs, which is the bulk of the bundle. It also comes with one free planeswalker that you guarantee get your mythic, and an altar for that planeswalker, one of the themes of the set, as well as a bonus sleeve that again is very themed for Kamigawa. So we have two different totals for these items. As we mentioned when we were going over the items, the bulk of the value here is in the 50 packs. That's 10,000 gems worth of value. And again, we will talk about how this would equal gems if you were to just purchase them and purchase the packs by comparison to see if these bundles are actually a good deal. So the 10,000 gems that you get for 50 packs, roughly 40 gems per mythic, because if you complete your collection, that's how much mythics end up being worth. Now, if you know you're going to use this planeswalker and you're not going to complete the entire collection, you can give this a little bit of a boost because it'll give you more long-term value. The card altar, now a typical mythic altar is about 600 gems. And lastly, we have the card sleeve, which the fancy card sleeves that you can purchase in the store are also about 600 gems. Now I went ahead and added two different totals here. The first one is for straight gameplay product. This is all of your cards and the actual mythics that it's going to give you, and that equals 10,040 gems, which is above rate for the conversion from dollars to gems if you were to purchase these items individually. But we'll look a little bit closer at that at the end as well. The last total is the 11,240 gems. That includes all of the playable product as well as those cosmetics. So depending on whether you're a person who values the cosmetics or not, you can decide which total is your value or estimated value for this bundle. For me, it's somewhere in the middle. I kind of value the sleeves because I like getting a bunch of sleeves long term that you won't be able to then get later on. The altar for the planeswalker, I put 0 value in. So again, this is up to personal preference, and the answer is oftentimes somewhere in the middle between these two values. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the next bundle. This is the Kaito Play Bundle. I might be saying that name wrong. I don't think I've ever heard anybody actually say it. And this is the more generic bundle for those of you guys who like to play limited. Includes the Mastery Pass, includes pets, sleeves, and the altar, just the same as the other pack as well. So let's go ahead and, take a look at the value in this bundle. It is split up against more items, but we don't have that big bulky 50 packs either. So the most valuable piece of this bundle is the 4 sealed and draft tokens. You are going to get 3 draft tokens. If you were to purchase those naturally, you would get 4,500 gems. And then the sealed is 2,000 gems. We have a mastery pass at 3,400, and I'll explain why it's not more than that when we're done evaluating the pack. It also comes with a mythic. So that's 40 gems. Again, if you complete a collection, you can give it a little bit more of a bump if you think that it's going to be a super valuable card for you that you might not be able to complete otherwise. That is the end of the playable product, and that leaves us with 9,940 gems. This is a little bit less value than the previous bundle in playable product, but as we continue, you'll see that there are a lot more cosmetics to make up for it for those of you guys who value them. All right, so then moving on, we've got a pet. Those are typically 3,000 gems, which is a little on the hefty side. So if this is a pet you feel like you will use, then you can go ahead and credit it the full amount. But if it's not, then obviously it's going to take a bit of a hit. We have the altar. Again, the average planeswalker altar is about 600. And then we've got the avatar, which is actually a bit different, but they are typically 500 gems. And we have the sleeve, which is also 600. I did that out of order. Sorry about that. And that puts the total of playable and cosmetic value to 14,640 gems. So we have a little bit less playable product, but we have a lot more cosmetic. So I always get this comment when talking about these pre-order bundles. I always have people arguing that the drafts, sealed, and mastery pass are worth a lot more because if you do well, you actually get to recoup some of that money. But that actually can't be calculated into the EV because you can purchase those as is without buying these bundles. So you can't say, well, you know, the Mastery Pass is worth 6,000 gems, but you can buy the Mastery Pass for the 3,400 anyway, so you're still recouping that value. So the comparison here is purchasing via Mastery Pass versus purchasing with just gems. So make sure you guys aren't double counting that value when considering whether you should purchase these. All right, the last thing I wanted to do before moving on to the gem comparison is actually just take a look at the two different bundles here and discuss what they're good for. So the first one we talked about, the Wanderer bundle, this comes with the majority of the value is in the packs. So if you are a constructed player and you want to play constructed day one, this is where you're going to want to put your money if you have to make a decision. This also has the most value when it comes to playable product. So if you'd like to maximize that and you don't care about the cosmetics, this is also going to be where you want to put your money. Secondly, the Kaito bundle. This bundle has more cosmetics and a lot more playable product as far as gems, Mastery Pass, and tokens. So this is going to give you some long-term limited gameplay and long-term value in your Mastery Pass. So if you're interested in just playing the game more casually, but like playing for long-term over the entire set, and also if you really dig those cosmetics, then that is going to be where you want to put your money as well. All right, the last thing we're going to touch on, guys, is the fact that these bundles are actually less valuable if you have more money to spend, and I'm going to tell you why. All right, I went ahead and pulled up your two options here. If you were to just put your $50 into actually purchasing gems, or your $100 into purchasing gems, if you're considering both of these Mastery Passes, here's a little bit of a difference as far as how much value you're actually getting. If your budget is exactly $50, the most gems you can buy is 9,200 gems. So if you compare the value of playable product to 9,200 gems for the two bundles, you see that each one is going to be clearing the amount of value just in playable product that you're going to be getting. So it's 9,940 or 10,040 gems. So both of those numbers larger than 9,200. So if you have a budget of exactly 50, you're going to be getting a good deal with a bunch of free cosmetics to boot. But now let's say your budget is $100 and you're considering buying both of these bundles. If you were to add these two bundles together as far as playable product, you would be getting 19,980 gems worth of playable product versus the 20,000 gems you would get if you purchased the individual gem bundle for $100. So you're actually taking a loss of 20 gems. Again, this isn't a ton, and I think the cosmetics make up for it more than enough. Even if you don't like cosmetics, I would still say, 20 gems, it's easier to just purchase them all at the one time, and you get a nice little bonus as well. But it is really interesting to consider that if you have a $50 budget and you purchase the Wanderer bundle, you're actually getting 840 gems bonus versus someone who has $100 to spend as opposed to 50 is actually taking a 20 gem loss between the two bundles. Or you can say that, they buy the 100, they spend 50 on the packs, they're only getting a 40 gem increase as opposed to that 840, which is kind of nuts. Anyway, that's the end of our economy video for these pre-orders. Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below. Let me know which bundle you think is worth it. If you guys like these particular cosmetics, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will see double feature gameplay, and then in about 3 or 4 days when we get the Mastery Pass for Kamigawa, I will break down the value for that as well. Thank you guys again. See you next time. I'd like to give a special thank you to those of you who have signed up for our Patreon. I couldn't make this content without you. Also to Cool Stuff Inc. and KMC Sleeves for supporting the channel as well. Definitely check them out and use our discount codes to support the channel.